Yo, 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 what's up? It's your favorite homegirl, Chrshy, to go back with another reaction video for show. Hey, I want to say thank y'all for all the support. Before we get started, I already know that y'all see the title. Y'all know what we about to do. We about to deep dive into this Brucedropemoff debacle that's going on with the internet. It's even led to DDG coming back to Twitch. That's all I'm going to say about that. But we're going to get into some of these response videos, as well as the whole how this all came about with the mod exposing, or the DEO mod specifically, exposing Brucedropemoff. But I do want to say again, if I haven't already said it enough, thank you guys for your support. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We're almost at 500, and my goal is to do this before my birthday. For those of you who don't know, my birthday is December 31st. That means we have a little less than 90 days. 90 days minus 2 weeks. What's that? Yeah, whatever that is, to help get me monetized. So for a little birthday gift, if you would, tap the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's not hold it up. But you know what we got to do first? Drop that intro, baby.
Oh, brother.
All right, so right now what I have queued up is the video from JBM Fargo breaking down what happened. Let's get into it.
Brucedropemoff has just been exposed in the most insane way possible. He apparently scammed one of his mods out of money for a competition they set up on his stream, and has been dissing Kai Cenat, Your Rage, and Lil Yachty, among others. But I can't say I didn't see this coming. Let's get into it. I haven't made a video on Brucedropemoff in some months now, and the last time I did, he had some sort of dispute with Kai and Rage, having a lot to say about their quote-unquote friendship behind the scenes. Leading up to now, Kai and Bruce had never really seemed to hash out anything, with the two having awkward moments on stream. No one really thought too much of this because it was the first time in a while that they even collabed. But now the DEO demon, sorry, that's some crazy suck, is back to talk shit about them to his supporters. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about these scamming allegations and an infamous clip that will make you look at Bruce a little bit differently. So one of Bruce's mods posted a whole Twitter thread of all this stuff.
Okay, so yours truly, Juice, I think it's the mod, because I kind of skimmed through this to see how accurate the information was going to be, because I couldn't find all the screenshots. But again, shout out to JBM Fargo. This is the most general synopsis, but included as many screenshots as possible that I could find. But okay, so it says at Ray condones weirdo I can't say that. Weirdo. Wait, not the cloud. Weirdo talking about I was begging for money. LMAO. You offered me money after we did it, the cook-off. Okay, so I did a little bit of research. Don't remember exactly who I got this from, how it came about. But this mod, it looks like DEO, excuse my terminology if I'm not all up to date on what's happening here in streamer world. I'm a little rusty, but I'm just diving back into it. Anyway, DEO has some group members, some mods that actually help with content, recommendations, whatever that is. I've actually seen that before with Kai, and how they choose to do like the dates and different stuff like that. So anyway, sometimes they'll do challenges with people that may have been a part of their Discord or different stuff like that. So I'm thinking and assuming that this guy recommended the cook-off is what I heard. I think I saw. So it's given that he exposes Brucedropemoff for implying that he was begging for money. It's given that he thought Bruce was being unloyal after he had gave him all his support.
Coming out, exposing him basically. So he starts off.
I would put my cash out, but I don't want to end up like that. Whoever. Micah dude. Okay.
Thread by saying Bruce is a weird ass nigga, saying he was begging for money.
I bleep out all that just for you to say it. I hope this don't affect my video.
And apparently Bruce offered him money after he did the cook-off. The cook-off is basically a cooking competition where they judged, I guess whose food looks the best or whatever. And I guess that he set it up. He's a mod, right? He's one of Bruce's mods. He set it up. In these messages, it says, I will put my cash up, but I don't want to end up.
If you want to learn.
Look, I guess he gonna break down what I just said. My bad, y'all. Clearly, this is where I got it from. Sorry, I was doing a lot of research before I started this. But we're gonna follow along and see how this go. how this all played out.
Like that Micah nigga, is that Micah? So Bruce said, apparently this is Bruce, he said that he was gonna send him the money. He said, I'm sending in an AM. He sent his Cash App, and you know, that was it. Then after he said, context, this is why I did all this shit. Nigga thought he owed me money, and that's not the case. Bro not about to lie in front of thousands of niggas. So this is the clip that's
what it was about. This whole trying to flex on him about paying him for some money he didn't even ask about.
And we're gonna watch it.
Bruce, are you ever gonna pay Juice for setting up the event? No? Fuck. Don't owe none of you little niggas money. Y'all can suck my d. Stop posting me and stop thinking you gotta do shit for me. Juice, your fat ass is unmodded. Fuck out of here, nigga. Go mod for Aiden. Please.
Well, that was childish. One thing I will say that I've noticed throughout this whole situation as it's still playing out is karma is real. And when I understand there's a culture in streaming world, like it's trash talking, it's raging, it's like, you know, a whole bunch of guy stuff. And I'm gonna say young guy because I want to try to be respectful as possible. But I understand it being a niche in the space, but to blatantly overly disrespect people who support you day in and day out, and they already not getting paid for it. You right, you didn't hire them, but at the same time, you know what you're doing, you know how it benefits you. So for you to even be the one to bring up the cook-off and paying him for it, then don't flex like this. And I admire him. Like, again, was that the Juice guy? Y'all let me know in the comments. Was that voice the Juice guy asking for his money? I felt like that was somebody else saying, when are you gonna pay Juice? Now, whether Juice has been talking about it behind the scene and saying, well, he said he was going to pay me, but he still ain't, that's another thing. But nonetheless, he wasn't the one who asked at that moment to say you're going to unmod him. Like, some of these people that support channels like DEO, like myself, like, people like to feel a part of a community. And they are your community. They're your biggest supporters, especially if you reach level of mods. So it's like, why on them if they really looking out for you? I never will understand that.
You heard the shit, whatever. In this clip, Bruce is basically saying, I don't owe you money, nigga, and I'm gonna take your mod too. So the mod basically did this shit because he just thought Bruce probably was a piece of shit or something or whatever. On top of, you know, all the stuff that he sent in DMs that I'm about to read. I guess this is why he's doing it. I guess the mod is, you know, he's mad at him. He's a detractor now. I don't know what's going on, bro. But we gonna get into the rest of the thread, bro. Okay, so this is the next part of the DMs where he was talking about he was gonna pay him. He said, then days later, you talking about you still got me. Nigga, if you wasn't gonna send them money, just say it. It's cool, gang. And in this message, it says, Bruce, where's the craft guy? He been messaging me. Can you tell him to contact me or contact you if you want? He says, tell him to DM me on Discord. I guess that's a picture right there. And it says, yeah, thank you. Don't worry. I still got you. That's what Bruce said.
All right, so clearly this had something to do with something else they was talking in general, but then Bruce himself brings up sending him the money. Like, again, so you offer to give him the money. You don't send it to him, but then you talk about other things, and then you circle back around to, oh, I ain't forgot about you. So then what's the problem with sending him the money?
And he said, for sure. Basically, you know, Bruce said he still got him. Apparently, he didn't get his money, man. And the next thing it says, after Kai and Speed announced the Japan trip, he thought they stole his idea, so he blamed Your Rage because he was the only person he told about it. He also leaks Your Rage going to kick in the screenshot. So it's 4 screenshots, and we're going to read all these messages, and I'm going to talk to you about
Your Rage is with Kick? I didn't know that. Y'all let me know how true that is.
all these messages as I'm going, right? It's a lot of shit to read. So you got Bruce putting up a link to Speed's tweet or whatever. Then it says a special guest. Then it said, guess who I asked Tuesday? Now, when I go to Tuesday, it says, you know, it's a text message with Your Rage, Joshua. That's his name, Josh. His real name is Josh, if you don't know. It said, you want to go to Japan for free, babe? That's kind of crazy. Hey, yo. 12 to the 16th, I have a sponsorship. Basically, he said he can't go. Your Rage was like,
okay, I have a sponsorship. Let's see what it say, y'all. I have sponsorships. I'm locked in for every week of July till I go to Kick. He did say until he go to Kick. Thank you for inviting me though. Holy ish, real enjoy. What day is that? They're talking about just him going.
I have a sponsorship. Basically, he said he can't go. Your Rage was like, appreciate you for inviting me though, whatever. And
cool.
That was it, whatever. And then Bruce in this message says, I don't think y'all catching it. You clearly can read, right? I'm just trying to.
Okay, so he trying to imply that Your Rage somehow didn't want to go with him, but told Kai them, and that's why they ended up in Japan. maybe depending on the timeline, that's possible. I mean, but everybody typically does similar content. If you notice, like they play the same games. They'll do the E-dates when it's cool to do E-dates. So I don't see how that's a problem with these your homeboys.
See, I don't have to pause it and shit, whatever. Then he says I have to push my shit back 2 weeks. My manager said, but now I don't want to because the shit was booked. We had plans. Now I want to see them niggas there and beat on them. Like, bro, the same dates? Damn, you think Ray?
Hey, yo. You talking about beating on your homeboys? That's wild.
The mole? Someone gotta know. That's crazy, not gonna lie. So you saying Josh told him? How the fuck? Right. Yes, I figured it out. That's what Bruce said. So basically he's saying your rage is a snake, and he told him niggas about an idea to go to Japan or whatever after hearing about it from Bruce. And maybe he probably mentioned it to him and he probably didn't think anything of it. Who knows? It's not my place to say that, but you know, that is kind of a coincidence. But who's not going to Japan though? I'm gonna be honest though, like especially that nigga that was going to Japan and doing all that fuck shit there. So I'm sure like they're probably hearing about Japan, like, yo, that nigga's going to Japan, shit, I'm about to go there too. So who knows though, man? It could be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it right here. It is kind of crazy though that
I just noticed he has on a lyrical lemonade hoodie. That's kind of hard. I like that.
He told him that. It is kind of crazy though. I don't have no sides here. I'm just saying it is kind of crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying, I would kind of start questioning niggas, I'll be honest. The next thing Juice says, Lamau, he's so two-faced, like, nigga, these are your quote-unquote friends. And he says, I talked to him off stream. Rage, I don't know why a 26-year-old acts like that. He's talking about your rage. I don't know if he's talking about the shit that happened recently with the Japan shit, whatever. He could be talking about just your rage in general, behind the scenes, whatever. It looks like an old profile pic.
This mod is pissed off, bro. You like, forget it. I'm leaking everything.
He talks shit about everyone behind their back and thinks this shit cool. He's talking to Korn right now. In this conversation, basically, Korn calls him out to a boxing match and says, let's...
Who's Korn? Maybe, is it another streamer?
Fight October, London, KSI, and Logan Card, or you pussy. Then Bruce says, go ask somebody who gains a little something from this little gang. Anytime I see you though, 30 seconds in the bathroom since we really want to fight. Prison shit. Hey yo, I'm gonna be honest.
That's wild. Like, Bruce, who you trying to little bro though? For real.
That's real. Hey yo, the next screenshot is, nigga's such a loser. That's what somebody in the chat said. I guess that's one of his mods. Then Bruce says, nigga think he can go straight to the top. Fuck type Tommy he on, some Illuminati shit. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't really feel like this is wrong, like, to talk about with your mods. I feel like this is some shit you talk about with your chat anyway.
What's wrong is sharing private text messages. Like, it's one thing to discuss things going on, right? And streamer world, let's say that. It's another thing to get private messages, even if, okay, let's say that he had just referenced Korn wanting to do a fight with him, not providing evidence wouldn't be as bad as sending the screenshot and then chatting it up with your mods behind people's back. I mean, this ain't the worst though. It gets worse, guys. It actually gets worse though. But because at least he told Korn in the text messages, like, forget it, I don't want to do it, basically.
Like, fuck was this nigga on? He tried to message me, let's box, whatever. That's kind of crazy, whatever. There's some shit you talk about with your chat, or like niggas that's in your chat that's not on some weird shit, whatever. On some real shit, that's your mans. I feel like you don't say that shit to your chat though. Like, if it's just on some regular shit.
Oh, real quick. Today is Pride in Atlanta, so shout out to all my fellow gays. Yo. I know that's random to say in the middle of the video, but I'm sipping out of my she, her, they, them, he, him, us tumbler, and it just reminded me that it's very queer out here today. So just wanted to say that. Oh, and I'm also, if you're wondering what's in this bowl, I told y'all I'm gonna start eating with y'all a little more, so I got a little snack, and it's a little what is it? Spin dip and salsa. So yeah, grab you a snack. Come back, because we finna do a whole series breakdown of this. We finna get into some music video reaction. We finna do a lot today. So tap in. Some
random nigga, like, you could say it, but like, that's your mans, don't bring this shit to the chat, whatever, or to your mods or whatever, niggas. Now the next thing I'm gonna show you, it says the person that was running a report page for Bruce, you know these report pages for all these YouTubers like Aiden updates and Bruce updates and shit like that, Kai updates. They run these pages to keep updates with streamers and stuff like that. And I guess Bruce has his own page, but the nigga blew up, and basically he was trying to get the nigga to apparently work for free.
Hi Devin. You should have been had somebody else running the Bruce Report account with you, especially some funny niggas, like meme niggas. Like, that's the smart way to do it. And you ain't got, I'm not paying.
Wait, what did it say? DDG just made my life so much easier. Might play all 12 of his remixes to thank him. Was this back then during the DDG and Bruce beef? I think so. It has to be.
Nobody to run on Twitter. It's just free fucking analytics. Like, that shit is just funny.
Free analytics or not, like, I kind of get somewhere in a gray area. It's like, I didn't hire you. I didn't necessarily ask you to do this. You signed up for it yourself. And when he say free analytics, if he's getting paid from social media for running the page, maybe that he can see that as his payment. But again, like, just in the middle of it be like, but I ain't paying you. I mean, it's wild. It's like no humidity.
Stop the cap.
On my damn self. But no, what's the word that I'm looking for? Humility. There we go. To even your mods, the people who support you the most. It's crazy.
At this point,
It's perfectly fine, I'll be honest. All you're doing is meat riding somebody and, you know, you're just updating niggas. You really do not need to be paid for that. I'll be honest. Like, if I was a streamer, I'm not paying you for that, bro. Like, you created that page, you wasted your time, you did everything that you wanted to do. You're doing what you want to do. Update niggas. You know what I'm saying? You should be doing it for the love of the streamer. That's all I'm saying, man. Get your little Twitter blue money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the streamer do not need to pay you. Like, are you a mod? Do you, like, help niggas out behind the scenes or some shit with the streams and shit? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think you just need to pay a random nigga that's just updating niggas on you on the internet. It just, you feel me? I guess he felt some kind of way about that, but that's just my opinion on it. Lamau, this nigga Bruce secretly hates Aiden and his whole team. Remove every post talking about Aiden Cheezer and them lame C words or whatever. I gotta cover that up. YouTube's kind of crazy. They ruining my Japan.
My bad, y'all. I would wear white and try to eat this. Hold on. What I was going to say is, him covering up the C word, but still saying the N word is the craziest part to me. I feel like a chip drop, y'all. Is it on my shirt? Anyway, let's get back to it though.
Positivity arc and ban them. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest. So a nigga that got you on a platform.
Wait, I missed it. What happened?
It's Aiden and his whole team.
This Bruce secretly hates Aiden. Okay.
Remove every post talking about Aiden Cheezer and them lame C words or whatever. I gotta cover that up. YouTube's
Okay. I forgot that I did see this point. Right, calling them the C word is wild as heck, especially when they the ones that put you on. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I think the real issue is, and we ain't even got to the part with Kai, but I think this is what it all boils down to. I feel Bruce is upset about decisions he's personally made, and with him being elaborating, him being so close to Kai and Amp, but not being officially a part of it, I think that really gets to him, because being realistic, they created something that a lot of people have now started to duplicate, but it's different when you ain't grow up with these people. For example, Jazz got FOE and the whole situation going on with her crew right now, but you get, it's a conglomerate, it's a collective of other influencers in a group, right? So Amp has been the pinnacle, even down to the point where they're talking about getting their merchant zoomies, of doing this on a big level. And I feel like on one hand, Bruce prides himself on DEO and running by himself, but it's nothing like the Amp house. You know what I'm saying? And that can make you a little standoffish, and it's low-key like that friend that be around you but just hates on you, which is so crazy, because I feel like he'd be better off just saying, hey, Kai, Amp, what, I'm trying to move in the house too, hell, at this point, instead of being kicking in people's face and then behind their back secretly hating, even down to Aiden putting him on. Aiden made his own bad decisions. You decided to follow along with someone who made bad decisions. That is on you. Making the decision to sign the kick, whether it's 30 million for 1 year, whatever. It's kind of like when you talk about, Bruce talking about people in Illuminati selling their soul, trying to get to the top fast. When all that was playing out about the kick deals and Rumble and staying with Twitch and all that stuff, everybody agreed Twitch didn't have the best deals, but people also agreed that these Rumble, Kick are new developing platforms, and what they wanted you to sign to was giving. It's like NBA money, but it's like, what do I have to do to be here? It's like you can't stream somewhere else. A lot of those scenarios, it was just, you would have to essentially give up your rights to your platform for the most part. And Kai, at the time, everyone was listening to see and looking and watching to see what Kai was going to do. And if you remember, Aiden went first. Bruce makes his announcement. Everybody's looking at Kai like, you next. And then Kai and Speed pop out with not only not Kick, but on Rumble with their own show. That's what got Bruce salty. Bruce now has to sit on an island that he created for himself. But don't be so upset with the people who are supposed to be your peers when they really mess with you. Crazy.
They ruined my Japan positivity arc and banned them. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest. So a nigga that got you on a platform, basically after you was talking shit to Twitch, I think you got banned a few times and shit. You ain't fuck with Twitch. Nigga got you onto that new platform. You flourishing. And you talking shit about them niggas behind their back. That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. These streamer niggas, to me, bro, I don't think they really friends. I'll be honest. Like, I feel like these streamer niggas just be there, like, you know what I'm saying? They be friends for the camera sometimes. I'll be honest. That's what I've really been peeping lately. Nigga was also talking crazy behind Hamlin's back about his Kick deal. So I guess Hamlin's texting him saying, did you get a bag? Kick offered me some goofy ass price, $360K a year. That shit is ass. Let me know, homie. I'm not trying to get lowball. Then Bruce says, yo, you gotta be active, Brody. And then Hamlin says, I 100% feel that. They said that they can increase it, but I think I should just stream on Twitch for a few months before I accept something like that. Then Bruce sends the same exact message to his group chat with, you know, his mods and says, 360 a year is goofy, I guess. Laughing emoji. Guaranteed motherfuckers' egos are so high. This was months ago. So many people came to me in the same exact way.
Let's be for real, though. I don't know who Hamlin is, but obviously he's an important enough streamer to be in negotiation with his own streaming deal. When you sign millions and millions and millions of dollars at the same location, one, why wouldn't I come and ask you if you thought this was decent since you got an insider's perspective? And two, why the hell would I assume 30, let's just round it on up, 400K to be efficient enough when I know what type of deals they was out here giving for real? So to say on one hand, 360 in the everyday person's world, it is a little not, it's a lot of money. It's life-changing money to a certain extent, what you can do with that, right? But to then turn around and act like he's supposed to just be grateful when these people gonna make even more money off of him and you know how it works. Like, come on, man. I feel like Bruce do too much to try to prove his space, you know? Just exist in your space. Like, that go back to confidence in yourself, bro. You got to be assuring yourself no amount of supporters, no amount of money, no amount of whatever you buy will make you not seem like you're not confident in yourself. And that's what this give an ego trip on Bruce's behalf, because for you to say people just kept coming to you, duh! You and Aiden, I say, were a blueprint. Whether right or wrong, what to do, what not to do, you guys were the people to come consult about this. Shit, if anything, you should have charged them, did a consulting, how to get a deal on Kick. Like, made it a money thing, but to come in here and talk to your mods is lame. Like, that's whack.
I mean, it's expected. You got a nice deal on Kick with Aiden.
See, my issue, I think I keep realizing with him is sharing private conversations and not sticking to that in the conversation. Like, bro, that is the part that's lame and whack. That's like, who are you? You playing Two-Face. You playing both sides.
I mean, but at the same time, sending this to a chat with all the mods and shit, that's kind of wild, man. Talking crazy like that to the nigga. He came to you on some cool shit. Like, that's some hoe shit right there. I can't even lie. That is some hoe shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest. And he said egos are high, bro. Hamlin's is a fucking popular streamer. He just not really consistent, I'll be honest. But all I gotta say is Bruce sending this shit to the mods is kind of weird. Like, that's some hoe shit right there to me. All right, let's get to the part where everybody was probably waiting for, the part with Lil Yachty, where they were going back and forth, and it's getting kind of crazy, man. I can't even lie, it's getting crazy. Kai actually did an interview, and Lil Yachty was basically telling him to hash it out. Here's a clip right here.
I bet you haven't spoken to Bruce.
I haven't spoken to Bruce.
I didn't know until I seen this clip because I seen I don't think I watched this interview with Kai and Yachty all the way through. Maybe I did, but maybe it watched me. Maybe I was doing something else. But this was my first time seeing this part of the interview, and I can see that that's how Yachty. Because I'm hearing Bruce shading Yachty, and I'm like, how Yachty get into this? But clearly, this is how, guys.
Bruce, I don't know where you at, but we know you're watching. He's probably drunk in that little room with them skateboards on the wall. You need to call Kai, and you need to apologize, all right? Because there's nothing more manly than apologies when you're wrong. And then taking accountability. We fuck with Bruce.
I fuck with Bruce.
Bruce is like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Bruce literally is. I look at Bruce and see myself.
As you can see in this clip, obviously, this is literally a crazy, this is like a crazy little bro. Like, this nigga really.
Isn't it crazy, though? And this, I guess I grew up a little differently, right? I ain't too old, but I realized I ain't that young either. And so it just be those things where in a digital age, I see how people go on faster ego trips. What's wrong with somebody like Yachty, who's older than Bruce, who's been more successful longer than Bruce, feeling like I've inspired you without it being like a crazy little bro? You know what I'm saying? I ain't speaking for Yachty. Yachty could have been on his own ego trip. Yachty be next to Drake, and Yachty be in his bag lately. Yachty been stepping on Yachty. We've seen Yachty. I done said Yachty like 5 times in the last 5 seconds. Golly, we've seen him transition from cult following nonetheless, but very queer, weird, indifferent people, right? Not the socially popular people, and then transition that into really standing on I've been smart. When they was calling him a mumble rapper, when they was saying he didn't know about his business, Yachty just let people talk, and it started to show he was ghostwriting for people. He wasn't mumble rapping, and again, he knows how to move and shape. So we seen Yachty, for lack of better words, get into his bag, but also stand on it. So, but I don't feel like in that moment that was like a crazy reach for him to say that we got similar vibes, bro. And I would guarantee you, Bruce has been a Yachty fan. I'm sure. Supporter fan without being, that's what my point is, without it being shady to say I'm a fan and I've been inspired.
He tried to sun the nigga basically, and Bruce wasn't having it. And here's Bruce's reaction to it.
It's like little brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fuck with Bruce.
You need to.
Little brother, yo.
It's just the internet.
Little brother is insane.
Okay.
I'm not little brother. Okay. First and foremost, little bro is insane, Yachty. Shit, we don't have the same genes, like I said. I wasn't little bro. I could have been little bro when I was living at my dude's crib, but that's not cute. You feel me?
See what I'm saying? Making it about money and status when it's okay for you to not be as advanced as him when you ain't been doing it as you're not even his age to be doing it as long as him. Why take offense to what's really the truth?
Drake's little bro.
So as you can see,
right,
Bruce,
and he was like, "You're Drake's little bro." Yeah, I think Yachty would agree. Drake is older than Yachty, has been successful it's people. This is what they call mentors, and I ain't saying Yachty should be Bruce's mentor when they ain't cool, but this is where you get mentors. You find people you align with that have set a blueprint for what you want to do, and you associate yourself with them within reason. Obviously, don't ride nobody, don't clout chase off nobody, and don't force yourself into nobody's life that don't want you to be in their life and gonna really help you. But just like Drake and Yachty, I feel like Drake helps Yachty a lot and gives Yachty a lot of a new Yachty that he's leaning into in his adulthood. And it's also even down to the Drake's album. Yachty has been very influential in Drake's life. So what's wrong with that relationship?
didn't really mess with it, and him and Yachty had some text, they exchanged some text, whatever. Obviously they got each other number. This is what they said. I guess this is when Bruce was in Japan, and Bruce said, "Losing my mind in Japan."
Okay, so this is another screenshot that Bruce shared with his mods. It says Boat 3, I believe. So that's what he's calling Yachty. I know he go by Lil Boat, so here we go. And the last message between them was Bruce talking about being in Japan, but I'm assuming after all that went down with the whole Kai interview and then Bruce making his reaction to the interview, Yachty just starts sending all that we see in the gray.
And Yachty said a whole lot. He said, "Why you get upset when I call you son? like you don't be pulling inspiration.
Now this one he came and let his hang. He said, when I call you son, I didn't hear him call him son, but to say like my little bro, I didn't think that nothing was wrong with that. But now I think Yachty just mad.
For me, we ain't gotta talk every.
Like you don't be pulling inspiration from me. We don't have to talk every day. Yachty got in his bag in this text.
But you know you be pulling and have been pulling inspiration for me. I don't care if you got some money now. I've been making millions for 7 years straight.
What did I just say? What's wrong with somebody making money longer than you and you following in some type of way? You don't have to be doing music, but even down to your style, it don't mean that you can't be influenced by people in different ways. Heck, y'all could help each other figure out how to get a bag. I don't know if Bruce want to do no music, but hell, Speed be barking on beats. You don't have to really do music these days. You already got a supporter. You could just throw out a song, just silence, and they still gonna stream it.
Now, I'm happy I got some money, but that don't affect me. You can't go online and act like a nigga ain't never inspired you. That's so lame. Then Bruce responded with a scripture from the Bible, Jeremiah 33:6. Get right with God, bruh. You tripping. Honestly, I feel like this is a reach, bro. I don't have no horse in this race. Like, niggas is not hating on Bruce and none of that shit. But honestly, I feel like if niggas fuck with fashion, if niggas, you know what I'm saying, wear a lot of fashion and shit like that, they into fashion, whatever, they will tend to wear the same thing at some point. Like, it's gonna be a hat, a shirt, a hoodie, something, bro. Like, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying, like, if you're into that shit, it's gonna happen at some point. Honestly, I'm not a Bruce fan. I feel like both sides are weird. Like, I feel like you're talking shit about your man, sending it to your mods. And I feel like the mods that fuck with him, don't try to make somebody seem like he a weird nigga when you in the chat laughing with niggas and shit like that. Like, so it's just like, I don't really get it, man. But that's just streamer culture, man. Streamer community and chat culture, whatever. But all I gotta say about this is, man, Bruce, we basically all knew that you ain't give a fuck about what people got to say about you and shit like that on the internet. And you basically got no filter. So I basically had to just cover this whole thing for y'all. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure I hit that like button, hit that sub.
But sometimes that's a gift and a curse, not caring what people have to say. Like, you can't be tone deaf either. And you can't be a head and expect karma not to catch up with you. But that the last part we skipped over, I didn't read that for y'all. I thought he was gonna go back to it, but let's see if I can find it real quick. About he was trying to imply to his mods that somehow Yachty is now his son. This is it.
Kai.
This is it. Hold on. All right. So Yachty has on this beanie. Looks like Bruce already wore the beanie. Bruce sends it to the mod chat, clearly, and says, my son now. Basically trying to little boy, little Yachty. N-words taken from me because they be pulling. They see the pull I have, but idols become rivals, and that's only on his end. Why all that? You know? And like, that's what Fargo was just saying. It's inevitable that 9 times out of 10, even down to what the shade room. Yeah, the shade room be doing to women. She stole my look. No. We all have stylists, and we all shop from the same or similar places. It's 9 times out of 10, especially with accessories, hats, glasses, even shoes. We might end up rocking some of the same stuff. Like, so I just feel like he's been acting real wild. Bruce has been like not the same, and that's what Kai was saying. But we ain't gonna hold this video up much longer. We finna get into Kai's response. I didn't remember if Fargo included that, but y'all see where this all stemmed from. So without further ado, make sure you like, subscribe, and support the video. Tap in. Let's keep the conversation going below. How crazy is it? Do y'all feel like Bruce is wrong for thinking the way he's thinking, moving the way he's moving? Let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to like this one as well. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.